Mastery Kaliki In Building Edition. This is a crucifixion for me to make this stuff. I am really putting myself on the line. I'm putting in hours and hours of work, studying, taking tons of notes on this transformation mastery stuff, just to bring this knowledge to you. So be grateful. You are deserving of this knowledge. You are welcome to be in my kingdom, in my mind, my kingdom of my building. It's a building, whatever. So we're looking for enlightenment. What is enlightenment? We call enlightenment in this program abundance. It does not rely on anything to deserve it. So you don't have to have a certain amount of success to deserve enlightenment. You don't have to have a certain amount of validation to get enlightenment. You don't have to have a certain amount of knowledge to get enlightenment. You don't have to have a certain amount of experience to get enlightenment. You don't have to have a certain amount of anything to get enlightenment. You are enlightened by default, by you just being you, right here, right now, 10 out of 10, enlightened. You right here, right now are enlightened. You right here, right now have made it. You're like, but I can't, I have to have X, Y, Z. But no, enlightenment is, you can look at it like this. We're in this video game. This world is a video game. And we're thinking that we're the character in the video game. And we're so invested in how we're getting leveled up in the store and going to the weapon mode and getting armor and winning and losing. But really, we are the player playing the video game. So what we really are is the observer. We are in this world. We're going through life. We're getting our relationships. We're going through learning new things. We're having new experiences. But we're not attached to that because we are the player playing the video game. We're not the character in the video game. We don't have to get lost in it. So by default, you're enlightened right now. You don't need to have anything. People think, when I have enough money, I'll be in abundance. When I have enough success, I'll be in abundance. When I have gotten married, I'll be in abundance. When I have kids, I'll be in abundance. When my kids have kids, when my kids... when I'm in good company, I'll be in abundance. When I have a purpose, I'll be in abundance. No, your abundance is your natural state of being. You right here, right now are abundant. No matter what you have been through, you are eligible for enlightenment, for abundance. No matter what, you are abundant by default. Not only are you eligible, you are here enlightened and abundant. If you This world is a duel. If you don't find enlightenment by being your default, things become an escape. Things become compulsive. You're thinking, I must always be grateful. I must always be forgiving. I must always be giving. I must always be meditating. I must always be eating healthy. I must always be drinking a green juice. Meditation can become an easy escape when it's coming from a place of scarcity. You must achieve enlightenment just because. Just because you are who you are. You think by default, when we did our exercise, that you are at a 3 out of 10. The truth is, you are really at a 10 out of 10. You might be thinking this is bullshit. All this is bullshit. You're like, I don't believe this. I'm not 10 out of 10. I'm not enlightened. I'm not there. But you are. You are there. You have made it. You are enlightened. You just have to remember you're enlightened. When you are thinking you have to be something to become enlightened, it is reinforcing that you are not abundant to begin with, and so you are no longer there. The assumption of scarcity still remains. If you depend on anything to be abundant, you are enslaving yourself to that thing or circumstance. When you depend on that green juice, when you depend on eating healthy, when you depend on meditating, when you depend on giving, forgiving, when you depend on a certain goal, a certain thing, I have to be with a certain woman to be abundant, I have to be in a certain teacher to be abundant, you are enslaving yourself to that thing, a circumstance, and therefore you are not free. The world is dual, where nothing is permanent. There is yes and no, good and bad, happy, sad, tall, small. The world is dual. where nothing is permanent. There will always be fear or worry of losing that thing that you get what I'm saying? That you're depending on. You depend on yourself to be a certain way to be enlightened, to be abundant. But the world is dual. You always have both sides of the picture. You might be happy one day, you're going to be sad one day. You can't rely on alignment in a certain state of mind because your mind is changing all the time. So what is enlightenment? It's your natural state of being. Because nothing is permanent, everything is changing. Enlightenment doesn't require you to be anything. Enlightenment is you just being you. You made it! You are enlightened! You are abundant! If you have something that you have a requirement for your alignment, you'll lose it. You don't have absolute control over anything that is external. If abundance depends on something in this video game, it's bound to change. You have to get rid of that temporary high, which is those things that you can still play the game, but it's going to change. You can't rely on that to make you happy. You're the player playing the game rather than the character in the game. That's enlightenment. You can finally be happy now. You are not required to achieve abundance. You are required to realize you already have it. And you see it in everyone around you. We have forgotten that we are abundant. We have forgotten that we're enlightened. We have forgotten that we are already there. But what if you remembered? Right when you remember, it's so simple. But no one taught us this. No one reminded us that we're already abundant, that we're already 10 out of 10, that we're already there. We're sitting here thinking we're pieces of shit that we have to improve and make ourselves better. But nobody taught us that we made it. We are there. We are abundant. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in the dreams that you're having. You can see it in the truth that you are. You made it. You are there. Once you start acting like it, when you start behaving in the way, remembering who you will remember and everything will be in abundance. Everything will be amazing at that point. You are not required to achieve abundance. You are required to remember that you already have it. And you see it in everyone around you. The 3 out of 10 baseline is not your default. The truth is underneath all of that. Abundance comes before all of that. Abundance comes before the mind, before emotions. Abundance is a state, not an emotion. Because emotions come and go, you can't rely on a certain emotion to be in abundance. You have to basically achieve it beyond your emotions. You achieve it beyond a circumstance. You achieve it beyond anything. You are abundant just because. Just because. The goal here isn't to feel good or happy. Let go of both positive and negative emotions. You need to let go of all emotions to realize the state of happiness with a capital H. The state of being that is enlightenment. Beyond all things, beyond all good and bad, happy, sad, it is a state of being. Happiness with a capital H. You're thinking what you call happiness is a happy that is dual. That is bound to sadness because it's emotion. It's a fleeting state. It's not there. Happiness with a capital H is every experience there. It's hard because we're not used to this. You should be resisting this a lot. What I'm saying is everything that you've been doing up until now is wrong, and you have to drop it. What I'm saying is, who needs to be successful? Fuck being successful. Who needs to be healthy? Who needs to be going to the gym? Who needs to be perfect? Now, everything that you will be doing is authentic. Do what is authentic to you. Let go and come from that huge inspiration, that huge energy, that huge abundance. Kill your ego. Kill your fucking ego. Your problems are so small. You don't have any problems. You think you have problems? Sit in the Jesus temple. Sit and meditate. and let all your problems go. You don't have any problems. Your problems are because you think you have to have a certain way of life. Life has to be a certain way to be something. No, you don't have to be a certain way. You are there. You are abundant. Kill your fucking ego. Stop being so fucking stubborn. Be honest. Everything you've tried up until now has not worked. Aren't you sick of not making it? You don't need to do anything to make it. All you have to do is realize you already made it. Then you will actually act in a manner that is always abundant. The more you have, the more compulsive it becomes. You know, like, for example, if I'm trying to achieve success with a relationship with a woman, I'm like, oh, I need to have it to be a certain way for me to be happy. So first I need her to smile. She smiles. I'm like, all right, that didn't work. I'm not happy still. Then I need a kiss. First try to get a kiss. All right, still not happy. It still didn't work. Maybe sex. Sex, all right, didn't work. All right, maybe sex with a hotter girl. Sex with a hotter girl. Didn't work. Maybe sex with a model. Sex with a model. Didn't work. Sex with a bunch of girls. Doesn't work. Because you rely on something to be abundant. Abundance comes before all of that. It's a journey of removing. This is a journey of letting go. Not of adding more things, of being more perfect. Damn, I took a lot of notes. Gaining more success, more validation, more knowledge, more experience, more enlightenment, quote unquote. When enlightenment is before all of that, it's about letting go of all of that and realizing you already have that. Because when you're trying to get more and more and more, you will never be full. You have to realize that you already are there. You don't need to give up success though. You just need to give up the place that it's coming from. Fuck the need to be successful. Now you can truly enjoy success because it is your natural state of being. This is Transformation Mastery Kaliki In Building Edition. This is basically the problem that we are already enlightened. We are already there. You already made it. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you liked it. You're there. You're abundant. You're enlightened. A lot of shit went into me making these videos, so if you really grasp this is it. I have 2 more videos of this series, so hope you enjoy. Shanti, shanti, shanti.